prosecutors have a lofty title. They are called ministers of justice. They represent the people. The people, that's you and me, the people. And yet prosecutors routinely get caught up in a culture where winning means getting convictions, not doing justice. Some prosecutor offices literally keep a scoreboard, like a batting average, about how many convictions they get. And some prosecutors get so caught up in their own invincibility that they forget an arrest doesn't mean you're guilty. And they assume anyone who's been brought into court must have done something. And so they will do whatever it takes. The ends justify the means. And so prosecutors will routinely hide evidence they're required to turn over, rubber stamp police arrests even when there's no evidence, lie to defense lawyers, hide issues from the court, and then act like nothing ever happened. And police and prosecutors do this because they know they won't be held accountable. There's a complete lack of accountability. Now, police have something called qualified immunity. How many of you have heard of that? I love asking this question because today so many people have heard about qualified immunity. It's a really high legal standard, and it makes it incredibly hard to hold police civilly accountable for their wrongdoing. But I bet what none of you know is that prosecutors have absolute immunity from anything that they've done in their role as prosecutor. Absolutely shielded from intentional and deliberate misconduct, even if it costs someone decades of their lives. Now, the Supreme Court has said absolute immunity is fine for prosecutors because they can be held responsible by their bar associations. And that's true, but it never happens. The Innocence Project and some of its partners did a study. They looked at 5 states over a 5-year period, and they focused in on cases where the judge actually said, ooh, this prosecutor did something wrong. And they found 660 cases where the court made that somewhat extraordinary statement. Out of those 660 cases, only 1 involved a prosecutor who received any kind of sanction by a bar association at all.